A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this 21st day of March 2024. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto and we bring you this news live from Nile Avenue. We start off with our first headlining story this afternoon. The government and the Ministry of Health have been tasked with increasing funding to increase health services and waiving taxes for oral materials. This call was made by a team of health experts in Kampala during the celebrations of World Oral Health Day.
Today, Uganda has joined the rest of the world to mark the World Oral Health Day, celebrated annually on March 20th. Under this year's theme, dubbed Be Proud of Your Mouth, Unilever has provided free dental treatment to people in Kampala.
The brand ambassador as well.
Oral health is an essential part of overall health, yet it's often neglected. Dental problems can cause significant pain, discomfort, embarrassment, and can even affect a person's ability to eat, speak, and socialize.
So that keeps teeth hanging in the mouth, and then someone will tell you, oh, but doctor, I do brush my teeth every day, and truthfully they do. But they don't know when to brush, the right time to brush. They don't know the reason behind the brushing.
In severe cases, dental problems can even lead to life-threatening conditions. In Uganda, access to dental care services is limited, especially in rural areas, and so many people don't have the knowledge or resources to maintain good oral health. Unilever Uganda, through its MD, Mr. Anthony Shalai, says they have to continue to advocate for policies that support oral health, such as deployment of dental surgeons at health center for levels, increasing government funding for oral health services, and promoting the integration of oral health into primary health care services, among other initiatives.
Then develops a cavity, or what you call a hole on your tooth. So very important that you wash or you clean with a good toothpaste that you trust, and then also know the right times when to brush your teeth.
Dr. Nevis Mosenguzi says there is need to curb on these cases through partnership with the Ministry of Health.
So it's the reason why we're actually doing the same thing for Uganda. So we are a business based in Uganda, but we want to do also what's good for the Ugandan population. So that's why we create products that are good quality, affordable, that help improve the lives of all Ugandans.
Unilever Uganda is committed to promoting all health in Uganda through its campaign that everyone deserves access to quality dental care services and education. Ivan Juko compiled the story for UBC News.
Now voting is underway in Dokolo district as residents choose a new woman member of parliament after the former member of parliament Cecilia Gwal passed away early this year. Now the voting commenced at 7 a.m. and voters are selecting their new MP among 6 contestants. We have NRM's Janet Adongo Elau, FDC's Rose Mary Aloch, UPC's Sarah Anguti Nyakori, and NUP's Harriet Angeno, and 2 independents. Election observers from different political parties report that the process is peaceful so far.
Bata Town Council and Okwalongwen. Generally, my observation is that the voter turnout is still low. And I think, something ought to have been done to mobilize the voters to turn up for this by-election. There is peace within the people themselves, which is something that is positive. The voters themselves are peaceful. There is no disruption yet in polling stations, and we are waiting to see whether this situation is going to change. What I can say to viewers and listeners is that we have upped our game. We are monitoring this election meticulously, and we are hoping for a good result out of it.
The main anomaly we found was that most polling stations were not well organized, not organized according to plan. Maybe because the presiding officers are either not informed or are playing some games. So in 1 or 2 places we tried to reorganize them. We actually met officials from Electoral Commission, and they also noticed and said that we should reorganize the polling station. Of course, in one place it excited the voters, who probably were benefiting from that arrangement because they had put the polling agents very far away from the registry and from the point of tearing the vote. So we had to reorganize. Otherwise, so far, so good.
Very early in the morning at around 3 a.m. when they were preparing to dispatch votes, and we witnessed all that activity. And by 6 a.m. our agents, different agents, were already on different polling stations. People came early in some areas, other areas they came slightly late. So voting began a little bit early. There has not been any major problem. However, in like 2 polling stations, voting delayed a little because of the biometrics, but it was later solved by Electoral Commission and voting kicked off. I think the polling station which began a little bit late, it was by 9 a.m. when they rectified that issue of biometrics. There has not been any security intimidation. Security is available on each and every polling station. Candidates, representatives of candidates are also available, but everything is smooth so far. We have not had any challenge so far.
Now, still in Dokolo District, candidates in the Dokolo Women Representative election have cast their votes in their respective polling stations, expressing pessimism about winning the election. Now, NRM candidate Janet Adongo Elau voted mid-morning at Angwech Bange Primary School polling station. FDC's Rosemary voted at Dokolo Progressive Secondary School polling station, while Sarah Aguti Nyakori of UPC voted at Apenyo Way Primary School polling station.
Has been good. The team has been very cooperative and working, and we've tried to also mobilize in the field. We've tried to reach all the parishes with, of course, because of the short period, but we tried to reach a good number of the population. And I think that they're going to turn up for voting from the calls that we've got. And we've also tried to do a lot of mobilization for ferrying out to bring some of the people who are weak, who cannot reach the petrol station, the polling stations.
I'm just from casting my vote, and I've seen the process is going on well. I've not seen anything wrong with the voting today, and I've finished mine. I'm going to move around and see other polling stations, and I rest and wait for what has happened today all day.
Today I have voted for myself to take over the seat of Dokolo District as the woman MP, and I have done so because my late mother had an overwhelming majority, and that was a majority that was going to bring about inward investment in Dokolo. My late mother did a lot more than a member of parliament does, and I would be hoping to do the exact same thing.
Slowly, you hold it, you pose for the photo.
May the best woman win. Now, in more news this afternoon, the State Minister for Luwero Rwenzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, has emphasized the need for collaborative efforts between the school management and parents to improve infrastructure. At Kapeka Primary School in Nakaseke District, the minister stressed that while government support is crucial, it is equally important for stakeholders to take initiative in rehabilitating school structures.
During the commissioning of 2 newly constructed classroom blocks funded by the Office of the Prime Minister through the Ministry of Luwero Rwenzori, Minister Kaboyo highlighted the persistent challenge of inadequate classrooms at Kapeka Primary School. Minister Kaboyo officially inaugurated the classroom blocks, complete with furnished interiors, marking a significant milestone for the school. Muchawe Abe, the head teacher of Kapeka Primary School, expressed gratitude to the government, particularly the Prime Minister's office, for the timely intervention in addressing the infrastructure deficit.
Now we are so delighted and very happy that now since classes have been provided to Kapeka Primary School, the way forward is that education is going to improve within the school, and the children will no longer get a challenge of studying under trees.
However, he pointed out additional needs such as staffing shortages, dormitories, and water supply challenges that require attention.
The challenge of teachers, I'm calling upon the government to add on the number of teachers serving with the school, because last year there were only 7, including the head teacher, which means that children do not learn well in the absence of the head teacher, or in the case of a teacher gets sick. So I'm calling upon the government that they add more teachers within government schools to enhance the development of the UPE program.
Minister Kaboyo emphasized the historical significance of Kapeka Primary School, particularly its role in the 1986 war, urging the management to preserve its legacy through proper maintenance and upkeep.
Having an old building is, in a way, a good thing, because you can always have a history. All these schools, I understand in 2027 it is going to be 100 years. So it is very important that they keep these buildings, they maintain them. Maintenance is key.
Addressing a pertinent issue, the State Minister for Kampala Metropolitan Affairs raised concerns about parents who neglect their responsibility to provide lunch for their children while at school.
The parents are not doing their job salary. That's why you hear parents complaining because of 1,000 to pay for porridge. Government has done, the rule has been done.
Nakaseke District Chairperson Ignatius Koma Chiwanuka reiterated his commitment to improving education standards in the district, citing recent initiatives like mandating poorly performing P7 teachers to undertake mock exams.
To find a school where a child cannot get an 8, the whole school. No 8 in physics, in social studies, no in science, no 8 in mathematics or even English. So you wonder, what is that whole school doing? So that's why I said I must find out what their interest is. And I wanted to know whether actually they were not knowing exactly what to do, whether they just fluked the certificates and they are in schools to hoodwink the students. So I asked them to come and do a small paper.
The construction of the 2 classroom block along with the head teacher's office was funded by the Office of the Prime Minister through the Ministry of Luwero Rwenzori, amounting to a total of 379,300,000 Uganda shillings.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now in more news this afternoon, UAP Old Mutual is on a campaign of promoting financial literacy to promote social and economic transformation in the country. In a partnership with NSSF Uganda, they aim to enhance well-being of customers through training sessions that are to be held across different parts or different regions in the country. First was the engagement with the Fourth Estate, who will later pass on the information to the masses. UAP Old Mutual Insurance looks to promoting financial education and inclusion in Uganda.
We've ended the partnership with NSSF and we'll be having financial education trainings within Kampala, but also regionally in locations like Mbarara and also Lira and other regions within Uganda. They should expect to have financial education workshops and trainings to help them understand the importance of financial education in line with saving, budgeting and investing. As I mentioned, we have financial integration because we have 3 businesses under one business, and therefore we thought that it would be important to provide financial education for Ugandans as well.
Generally speaking, a very smaller percentage of Ugandans are actually saving. NSSF today covers just about 2 million people that are members of the scheme. But we know that our labor force is anywhere between 19 to 20 million. So what is the rest of the population doing? That's why we're making this call in partnership with UAP to get more and more people to embrace the culture of saving. Because if you do not save today, it's likely to have greater implications for you in your old age.
So let us understand
Break. Okay. UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but we return with more stories after these messages.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar! My boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Junko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Junko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripusi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyezi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu ya Uganda.
Welcome back from that break. We're glad that you're still with us this afternoon. Now in more news, the third batch of youths from the presidential industrial hubs has undergone assessment by the Directorate of Industrial Training after completing 6 months of skills training in various vocational occupations. According to the Director of Presidential Hubs and Projects, Engineer Raymond Kamugisha, this initiative aims to foster social economic development through job creation. We have more.
More than 4,000 youth from 19 presidential industrial hubs across the country have been evaluated by the Directorate of Industrial Training and are poised to contribute to employment generation for national development. They have been trained in tailoring, welding, carpentry, hairdressing, bricklaying, bakery, and shoemaking. Engineer Raymond Kamugisha, the Director of Presidential Industrial Hubs and Projects, expresses that the vision to alleviate youth unemployment in rural areas is becoming a reality.
This is a free program, fully sponsored. You find mattresses, Vitafoam, white bed sheets, meals, teaching materials, all free, paid by the President of Uganda. SAT, we thank His Excellency for that opportunity. There's no excuse of someone staying back home and you're not learning.
Nantume Rachel, an assessor at the Directorate of Industrial Training, highlights that this program provides opportunities for youth to advance to higher skill levels.
I'm here to assess the tailors. They are doing a modular assessment exercise, which is just a practical test exam. After here, they can aim higher and continue to other levels, or they can stop here and get on jobs and they start practicing on job. From here, they are going to receive a certificate from DIT.
Of skilling, we also offer mindset change and ideological orientation to our learners. We officially opened on 25th of July 2022, and our first intake, we started off with 203 students, offering 4 courses of hairdressing, tailoring, welding and carpentry.
The youth commend the government for the program that help equip them with valuable lifelong skills.
Can make a jacket, even school bags, this double shoe for girls and boys.
Proud of this skill because I'm skilled in welding, because since I came here, I got everything that I hoped for.
Every youth who is there who has not managed to go through higher level education to look out for this presidential initiative which was introduced by our president.
Marion Awori.
Cooperatives have been awarded in a competition that involved improvisation and adaptation of innovative solutions aimed at transforming their communities. The competition engaged farmers cooperatives from across Uganda, focusing on their creative community farming solutions concerning location, sustainability, impact and inclusivity for all. We have more details.
The Cooperatives competition, the COOP 360 Network Innovations Award, was able to identify, document, evaluate, amplify and reward cooperatives that stood out from their fellows in improvising possible solutions to the farmers' challenges in their areas.
This is something we've run for 7 months. It involves sums of money. It involves human resource. So we need adequate preparation, but also the partnerships we've built for this Innovation Award is testament that when you work as many, you reach faster than if you work alone.
What made Menga stand out is the distinctive innovations that they have done differently from the rest of the others. We are pitching in climate smart agriculture, and under climate smart agriculture, we had our 2 innovations of the irrigation system and then the improved seed varieties. Way back, we realized that there were a lot of changing climatic conditions, a lot of that brought about droughts, no rainfall in place, and then also the nature of our topography is so slanting that we have a lot of soil erosions that go downhill, and you realize that they reduce soil erosion, they increase soil erosion, they reduce fertility of the soil, and they cause a lot of inorganic substances to leave the soil. So those were the problems that we identified.
And as Vishika, we are here today to participate in the Innovation Award. That's why we have come here. In Vishika, by nature of our landscape, we are supposed to be here to participate in this innovation.
Farmers' cooperatives were urged to fully embrace technology as the new normal for sustainable farming.
Talking about the global phenomena, we've seen global brands like Rabobank from the Netherlands. We've seen global brands like Cruiser from the US, like IFICO, the International Fertilizer Federation Cooperative of India. And all these cooperatives are raking billions of US dollars in annual turnover. And I think we can do it. We can do it. We only need to change the way we do things.
The president of the East African Farmers Federation, Elizabeth Nsimadala, emphasizes the need for robust management structures in these cooperatives.
There are some basics that as cooperators we need to do. We need to have visionary leadership. And this is where I want once again to credit Uhuru Institute for providing leadership in the cooperative movement. We need to have good governance. We need to have good management structures. We need to have a good and conducive business environment and policy environment. This is where our government has a very big role to play.
The Cooperative Awards were held under the theme Cultivate, Invent and Impact. Marion Awori and Kenneth Tanaba for UBC.
Now into the world of sports, the 22nd edition of the Corporate League has been launched and is to start this weekend at the prestigious Makerere University Kampala Sports Grounds. We have details.
With partners like Nile Special, this year's Corporate League is planned to be bigger and better, with number of companies grown and reward to respective gender most valuable players a brand new car.
The chairman said there was a survey that the people who won, they were getting certificates, they were getting small things. So this time around we came with a bang and he said, like, we're going to give the MVP, the male MVP and female MVP, a car. As Nile Bearers, of course, we have benefited from the Corporate League in that we get to bond with our teammates. We also bond people with our colleagues in the corporate world, where we play against each other. It's a good way of bonding, also for exercising for us.
How to secure the most valuable player award that earns one a car is explained by the Corporate League board chairperson Dennis Mbide.
We have so many sports disciplines: football, netball, volleyball, pool, swimming, and all others. Athletics, this year we'll do athletics. So the most valuable player will be picked as a player who has really been part of those sports as a starting point, but also shown other values that are corporate, like teamwork, timekeeping, discipline, smartness. So with that, the technical team will come up with really a proper procedure on how to choose the most valuable player. But it's going to depend on how active you are, the various games. We have players who play in various games, I think that could be a first criteria.
There will be contests in several sports disciplines like football, athletics, netball, pool, volleyball, and swimming. This year's edition comes with the addition of the kids section that will be themed as I Play You Play and targets encouraging parents to attract their children for continuity's sake. More than 50 companies, including Nile Special, Centenary Bank and Hotel Africana, will take part in this year's Corporate League that also has a corporate social responsibility initiative. The Corporate League that runs on the theme of bringing communities together through sport will this year tag along Everyone is a Winner.
UBC Lunchtime News has come to an end. Thank you so much for your company. Do enjoy much more UBC Television's programming. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto. Have a good afternoon.